Well, hello. Happy Tuesday, everyone. It is I, Toby, with my co-host from the Secret Levels podcast. Sup, buddy?
How the fuck's it going, everyone? Woohoo, it's another Tuesday. Let's watch some bullshit.
Right on. We are going to do a watch-along. We're going to do some very questionable 1950s educational...
Use your thoughts portrayed in this commercial. Do not show the thoughts and concerns of the Secret Levels podcast.
Right. So we may be apologizing on Twitter after this, or X. Hey, we do the Secret Levels podcast. It's a retro video game review show where we go over one game per episode. We go over the history, the story, the gameplay, some fun facts, and then what, Goobz?
There you go, right in the rage mode. Do you want to grab a cucumber, roll in super glue, crazy glue, why not? Why not Gorilla Glue? And then put it into thumbtacks, and then you know what? Do a 180 handstand, open your legs wide like a big Y. Go for the field goal with the cucumber, open up your big gape and let it go right down the hole.
That sounds pretty... that sounds pretty rageful. After we rage, we give the game a nice 1 to 10 review to let you know if it's still worth playing. Why 1 to 10, Goobz?
Because some simple thick boys.
Thick boys. We are thick. I know you can only see me, but trust me. Goobz is Andre the Giant thick boy with his Andre hands.
Yes. People fear my hands.
Speaking of people fearing your hands, we got some friends in our Discord that are joining us. Everyone want to say hi?
Wow.
I'm busy hiding from the hands.
Someone call the police.
And then also, you can't see him, but my brother is sitting off screen, and his fiance may enter the room here in a minute, so you may hear those voices as well. Say hi. What are they calling you, Colton?
My name is Eustace Von Doom. I'm here today with Toby Von Doom.
That's me.
Yes.
What kind of voice are you putting on right now? Useless?
That's a stupid normal voice.
Yes, this is my stupid normal voice.
He just sounds like that. And then we got his fiance. She just walked in. Sarah.
Hello.
Can y'all hear her? Say hello again.
Hello.
I don't think you're coming through again.
I heard her.
Okay. All right. So before we get started, let's talk about our sponsor, Goobz. We got a sponsor.
Yeah.
Here it is.
We do. It's perfect time because the holidays are coming up. You know, you got loved ones, you got friends, you got family out there, and you also have useless brothers who also love giant cartridges like the ones Toby's holding in his hand.
That's right.
Giant, beautiful cartridges.
Yes, you can get some giant cartridges of Super Nintendo, Game Boy, Nintendo 64, or the Nintendo Switch. Just giant cartridges, great for decorations, great for your shelves, great for your game room, and great for the holiday season. There's a bunch of different games that you can choose from. Go to retropoprelics.com and use the the code GENIE for some reason to save 10% on your order. Yeah. So, alright, now let's get into the things. Alright, this first video, I decided I wanted to watch it. Again, these are from the 1950s. This one's called Let's Make a Sandwich. So we're going to learn how to make a 1950s sandwich. Are y'all ready?
Oh, God. No. Toby, if I call ceasefire, okay?
It's not an Oreo, is it?
What do you mean? An Oreo?
That's what Toby's butthole looks like after someone's done with it.
I'm actually
eating
Oreos right now.
Okay.
Cream filled.
Here we go. Let's make a sandwich from the 1950s.
Oh, God help us.
Your Gas Company presents. We've already talked about it, but they're going to talk like that a lot.
Could these be fake as well?
I mean, they might be.
The sandwich is practically an American institution.
This
it is a
real.
basic essential for lunch boxes, parties, and picnics. As far as these boys are concerned, well, hamburgers and hot dogs are their idea of a really good meal.
They're really going for it, eh?
It's about to eat the paper on that hot dog.
When Sally Gasco and her mother bring guests home for a late snack after a movie, they have something special in the way of a sandwich in mind. Sally calls it tuna rarebit. Let's watch how she makes it.
Tuna rarebit? What's a rarebit? What is rarebit?
This is a sandwich for forks.
Welsh
An
rarebit
open
is
face
toast with
creation,
like
in other
cheese
words,
sauce.
with a cheese, milk, and tuna fish mixture on top. The
Thank God
basis
we
will
have
be
Berg here,
rye
who's
bread.
95 and knows his
Mother's
meanings.
idea. She
Hey there,
found
say,
that
now I'm gonna go
spicy caraway
jitterbug.
flavor makes a contrast to the bland fish and cheese. So the edges won't harden and curl when toasted, and so they'll be easier to eat later. She cuts them lightly with a knife.
Where do you think this was broadcast? Like,
But if your cheese is bland,
Sally
you're
puts a
doing it
cube,
wrong.
about a square inch,
Can we
of
just talk
butter into
about
the
how
top of a double
simple it
boiler.
was to cut that
A
butter
little
in half?
butter finds its way into a great many dishes in this kitchen, not only for flavor,
There's
but
a lot
as
going on
blending
here.
agent.
yeah, how are you supposed to follow the instructions when two people are doing it? Like, cooking shows is usually like one person mixing stuff. What?
Part of the trick to
John, they cut me
entertaining
out of that, John.
unexpected
Say,
guests is keeping on hand certain generally useful foods. One of these is cheese of
I
the
like
easy
generally
melting
useful
type,
foods.
which Sally is
I like
going
how it
to
just
use
keeps
as a
cutting
base
to
for
their
the rarebit.
heads. And they're
Yes,
To feed the
typically I
melting,
keep
she
cheese
cuts
in my
this into
kitchen.
slices in the milk and butter mixture, while Mother butters the bread.
Mother.
The simmer
I thought the
flame
daughter was
keeps
buttering the
water
bread.
boiling
I
gently
thought
while
so
the
too.
cheese is melting,
They switched
so
halfway
that Sally can go on to other tasks. She adds the canned chunk-style tuna fish, and notice that she uses a wooden spoon to avoid discoloration of the mixture. Although the tuna rarebit is fairly
Uranium.
substantial food in itself, it is a good idea to add something for variation in color
Now
and
talk.
texture.
Hello?
How would the
Mother's
color
making a
change if you
salad
use the
dish.
different kind of
Celery,
spoon?
radishes,
That's what I
olives,
said. I said,
and
why
pickles.
would the color matter?
Sally adds potato chips to the menu. They used to be
Ooh, potato
exclusively
chips to the
picnic
menu.
fare, but they've joined the host of useful accessory
You
foods
fucking
which make
Americans with
entertaining
potato chips
so
on
much
the side.
easier and more fun.
Okay, hold on. I
for
gotta ask
teenagers.
Bert. Bert, did y'all eat potato chips with y'all's pizza?
The bread was toasted quickly in the broiler.
I mean, generally
and the
not, no,
rarebit
but I
is
mean, I went
nearly
to plenty
ready
of
to
like
serve.
birthday parties. I would go to a birthday party and would totally eat chips.
Let's see.
If-
What will be the beverage?
Goop said something about that. and I
Mother
was like,
thinks she'll give the
I
guests
don't
a
eat
choice of Coke
chips
or
with
milk.
pizza.
When you can offer guests
Well,
a
like
choice,
when
easily,
Goobz and Bean
it's a
were
great
here,
suggestion.
we ordered pizza and we had chips with
Now
it.
it's time to serve.
Yeah.
See, I thought it was every meal you guys have chips on the
Arranged
side.
Each plate.
No.
And the filling,
No.
or perhaps we should
No,
say
that's how it
filling
works.
goes
For
on
like
top.
fun meals.
Just for
Sally
good
knows
times.
you should serve cream dishes with extra
If
caution.
we're sad,
And effective
Okay, why do they
carelessness here
boil
makes
the
no
tuna?
accident.
because they
I
want
don't
to make
Mother
their
is a
house
great
stink
believer
for
in the
decades.
aesthetic value of parsley. And of course it's
That's
good
what the
to
old
eat,
people
too.
smell is just old.
I mean,
tuna.
I know I
Now,
prefer my
Tabasco,
tuna hot, but
color and
That looks
taste
like someone
fries,
vomited on
Yeah.
there's tuna
Looks like
rarebit
cat
a la
food.
Sally Gasco.
I'm wondering
It
who,
smell like.
There are
like
sandwiches
What was
who
that?
who was this
sandwiches.
infomercial
The
for?
wise young homemaker using good technique
don't-
For a
that's what
wise
I'm
young
saying.
homemaker.
And where-
Like it was,
can turn a sandwich
it was
into
like it
festive
really
fare.
is like an infomercial because it was brought to you by like the Columbia Gas Company or whatever. But like they're not selling. I guess honestly, it's one of those things where it's like use our heat in your oven, use our gas, so you can heat up your gross ass tuna Welsh rarebit.
That is.
I mean, I'm not going to deny that maybe men back then didn't know how to honestly make a sandwich.
It's pretty
McDonald's was around in the 50s, though.
So it's almost like it's for them. Like, hey, dumbass, here's how you make your sandwich. Boil
Yeah,
it.
you need two people.
one person has to do the buttering, while the other boils the hell out of the tuna.
Yeah.
Like, I'm just
who wants
just
some boiled
honestly-
tuna.
I'm not entirely sure women actually watched this.
Okay.
Sarah, I hope you're taking notes.
So the next one I have is 1952, Day in the Life of a 1950s Small Town. Are we ready for it?
Oh God,
Oh God. We're gonna see what life in the.
I get worried every time before you hit play.
Trust me, I'm sweating a little bit, just so you know, because we'll see.
Fall has come to Millwood, the city where Richard Anderson lives.
Richard
A city
Anderson.
neither
Mr.
small
Anderson.
nor large, simply a normal community where people live together,
Otherwise known
work
as Big
together,
Dick.
and do things for each other. This is the story of one day in Millwood, just any day. The story begins at daybreak, all is quiet in the Anderson home. Everybody
Mother
is
fucks
asleep.
the milkman.
It is still some time before
It is-
Richard has to get up for breakfast.
Okay.
What?
But while most people are still asleep, many are at work, doing things
Ah,
for other
yes,
people.
baby Arn Anderson.
Things which mean a great deal to the others, including Richard himself. While Richard sleeps,
His arm looks
the men
fake.
at the dairy are filling
Little
bottles
dick.
with fresh milk.
They all wake
And
up and
long
have some
before
oatmeal.
they
Milkman.
Richard's milkman picks up the milk and delivers
See?
it to the
Dick
Anderson home
milkman.
in time
Look,
for
it's Richard's dad.
all night long. The bakers have been baking the bread for today, bread which the delivery man now takes to stores and homes.
Okay, I've always. This is
Long
going to be a dumb
before
question, but I didn't
stores and
live in
schools
the 50s.
open,
Did you
trucks
have to
are bringing
subscribe
food
to
for
the
Richard's
milkman
dinner
to
into
bring
town
you fresh
from
milk?
nearby farms and distant places.
Maybe like the paper.
And from a
Or like
refrigerator
fresh
truck,
bread? Did you
the
like
butcher is
pay?
already unloading meat. Some of it
It was
will be on
included
Richard's
with your
table
Netflix
today or
account.
tomorrow. Yes, Richard's community
Your
is
Amazon
always at
Prime.
work.
Yeah.
Hey, you
All
want
night
to
long
Play
fresh
its
in the
bread?
own tune like the ice cream truck.
Operators have been busy at the
And they
street
You
think
wanna
they're
f-
so
putting
clever with their
telephone
same-day
calls
delivery.
during the night.
You want a
Perhaps to
fresh
doctor
bread and chill?
Or to a fire station. In the
Nice.
city's water plant, pumps are running day and night to keep Millwood's reservoirs filled.
I got fresh
Men
milk.
keep checking gauges
Got
so that
milk?
Richard or anyone else can be sure
Oh,
to
you
get
know it.
water at any time.
That guy looks like an evil villain.
At the power plant nearby, engineers keep watch all through the night
There's
so
Dick
that there
Power.
will be electricity whenever
Dick
Richard
Power.
or others need it.
That's
At
my
the
wrestling
post office,
name.
men work all night sorting out the mail for each mailman.
It seems
So
like
that the
there's
letters
only
will be in the
nighttime
right place
jobs.
when Richard's mailman
Everything's
comes to
happening
work
at
in the
night.
morning.
No, that mailman
Throughout
looks
much
like he
of the
hates
night
his
at the
life, though.
newspaper office, men and women work hard to meet the
Ringo's
deadline for
great
Millwood's morning paper. Getting up time is coming closer.
Little
The
Dick, wake
newsboy
up.
is already riding down the street and delivering the paper to Richard's home. But for Richard, the day is just beginning. For Richard and for most of the other people in Millwood. Every
I want this
morning on
kind
his
of
way to
drama.
school, Richard sees the people of his community going about
Little
their
bitch ones?
jobs. People like the linemen, whose job it is to keep the electric lines in Millwood in good repair.
The electric lions.
Richard has really never stopped
Yo,
to think how people
none
of
of
his
that was
city
OSHA safe.
depend on each other.
Like,
Richard
look at
has
this.
really to keep the electric line.
None of that. No hard hats.
Hey, back then they were pimps though, man. Like
I guess.
they were cool.
I
enough
mean,
to have the
listen,
women make
if-
them sandwiches, so I mean, I think they're fine.
And really,
know
if
my
you
mic
fall
wasn't-
from that height, what's the hard hat gonna do?
Fair enough.
I didn't know my mic wasn't working. All mailmen hate their life.
Depend on each other.
I didn't realize you were
Take
here.
this
Where?
grocery store.
I don't see. Oh, I
His
see.
mother
Okay, I
shops
see your
here,
screen now. I'm
And he
sorry.
often comes to buy things from Mr. Shore, but he has never thought what the city would be like without a grocery store. Or what if there were no shoe stores in
Schneider's
his
shoe
community?
shop.
Or no furniture stores?
There is still a shoe
It's
shop
easy
in
to
my
see that
town.
the people who work
I-
in
I know
the
the
city
I know the answer to this question. They've all been replaced by Walmart.
A
It's
community
fine.
needs many kinds of people doing many kinds of work.
Is there like a cobbler
There
there
must
who
be
fixes
ways for
shoes?
people to go
Yeah,
from
like
one
they
part
they
of town
fix
to
like
another.
boots and stuff like that.
Some go by taxi.
Well, the last time I drove by, they were
Some
still
walk
open,
the
and I was
coast.
like,
Many go
"Whoa,
in their
that's
own
still
cars.
there."
Even more people use buses. They are a little slower, but easy to use and
Hey,
cost
just like
less
me.
than taxis. Autos,
slower.
taxis, buses. These are the means of transportation in Richard City.
Richard's
Of course, there are bigger buses that go to many parts of the country. They stop in Millwood, too.
Phil, as they call it.
And there is a railroad station where trains come in and go to other cities and towns. Trains which carry people, freight, and mail. Trucks carry mail to the post office from the station or from the helicopter field.
The helicopter
Helicopters bring
field.
mail to
Helicopter
Millwood from
field.
nearby suburbs.
Okay, that was like a fucking the back copter.
That's why they are good for carrying
I
mail.
hate this commercial.
Airplanes need larger
Is,
airports. than helicopters.
Ringo, is that exactly how
That's
the
why
mail's
Millwood
delivered?
Airport is on the city's
That's probably how
outskirts.
my grandpa delivered it.
Many people
Has
come to
anyone
Richard
noticed
City
that there
each day
seems to
and
be a
many
distinct
leave it
lack
by
of diversity
airplane.
in this film?
I was trying
Although
not
Richard
to,
has never
you
thought
know,
about it,
uh,
he too has an important job
bring,
in the
Saying
community.
they're all
attention to
black
that?
and
The
white.
job of
That's
going
why it's
to
called
school,
Dick
so
Dixville.
he can learn some of the things which will make him a good citizen when he is ready to
Oh,
take
Goobz,
his
there's a
place
good
in
one
the
that I
community.
found, but it's like 30 minutes long. It's all about
No matter what a
marijuana.
person does to earn his living, many people in the community depend on him.
Wonder
And
how
he
the
and
50s viewed marijuana.
Probably like, you know, you were the devil if you used marijuana.
goods for the stores to sell. People who work in offices, writing letters or keeping books. Some of the people are craftsmen and some are professional people, such as doctors and lawyers. Some are storekeepers. Many are housewives whose jobs are to manage their homes and take care of their children. Whatever a person does helps in little ways or in big ways to make his community a good place to live. In the city hall, people are at work for the city.
Who is this for? Is this for like schools, you
by the
think?
citizens to run the city government.
How the
It's
world
for-
works around you because you're too dumb to see it.
Yeah.
Little town
Policemen
America.
help make the community a safe place.
Did
to
you
live.
just wake up from a coma?
They direct traffic so that autos will move.
Watch
quickly
this
and
instructional
safely.
video before we let you go.
This
It
is for
their
like
job to
frozen
see that people
cavemen.
obey the laws of the city.
You know, like when they
Even though the people
when
have
they
made
thaw
these
them out,
laws
they're
for their
like-
own safety.
they show them
At
this.
times they have
Is it
to
John
be made
Candy?
to obey the laws. The fire department.
I don't remember
is
that
part
in
of the city
Encino, man.
government. The firemen are always ready day and night to get to a
Like
fire
watching
as
Ben
quickly
ride a
as
pool.
possible before the fire
They're
has
getting
spread
dressed
and
on the
endangered the
fire
community.
Can't waste no time.
Son, what's the car gonna do?
It's a fire car. Duh.
The city government
Run
hires
that
men
fire
to work
over.
Hello.
I brought a glass of water.
whenever it is necessary.
Nope, no hard hat.
Street lights make Millwood safer at night. And
He's
there
not
are
wearing
men
rubber
whose job it
insulated
is to
shoes.
keep these lights burning.
What?
The
I
city
bet the
government
man
also helps
messing
protect
with
Oh, the
light.
lube guy.
It hires men to keep close watch.
This is the old
That's
sex shop.
interesting looking liquid in those containers there.
Men
Oh, he's the
help
sex
department
guy.
inspect places
I've
where
been busy
food is
all
handled
night filling these
to see that
myself.
they are clean.
John-
My right arm's killing me.
John called in, so I had
This
to do
tool
double
protects
duty.
the city's health.
And boy, are my arms tired.
And there's a city dump for cans
Now
and
that's a
waste that
throwback.
won't burn, so that Millwood will look clean and orderly. The city also provides playgrounds for children with special equipment like swings and slides.
Oh
and
god, I was
teeter-totters.
wondering where that was going.
After school, there is time for Richard
Can I
to
see a
play
video
on
of
the
this
community
town
ball
today
field.
now?
Right.
For the little children, the city has built jungle gyms, and for grown-ups, benches. to
Where's the
let
Jungle
them while
Jills?
the children play.
Huh?
But
Where's Jungle
parks
Jill?
and playgrounds are only one way in which the people of the community find enjoyment and recreation. There are other ways too.
I'm hitting the ball back.
Tennis
You
courts
see?
are popular on sunny days.
Let me deliver your balls
And
back
when
to you
it
there.
gets
See?
colder, there's the recreation
Okay, so some of these little
where people
kids
meet for
are probably
parties and
still
games.
alive. 50s.
And all year round,
What is that,
there's the
70,
city library
74?
with books and
Maybe like
records
in the
and
late
films
60s or
for
70s,
young and old.
probably.
Yeah.
This is the church Richard and his family belong to. Here,
Yeah, the
he
Dick
goes
Church.
to Sunday school.
All right, Secret Levels
There are other
podcast. We need to
churches
find
in
Richard and
town for
interview
people who
him.
worship in ways different from Richard's family. Millwood has a radio and television station. The programs come from this building. Many people,
Oh god.
Dear God.
men and women who act in
Howdy
the program.
doody!
Some men operate the big television
Is that-
cameras. Others control the pictures as they go
Ringo,
out over
you're
the
still
air.
very quiet.
They see to it that Richard gets the right program at the right time.
Sorry, I had
often
to cut
watches
my mic off
television
'cause
at
it was
home.
giving me mad
The
feedback.
programs are
Oh.
fun, and sometimes he learns a great deal
Quiet
from
now.
them.
You're still very quiet.
Then there are the movies. The Andersons go often to the neighborhood theater. One evening every week, Richard's father goes bowling. He belongs to a bowling league with some of his friends.
Yeah, I'm tossing balls around.
That's his favorite.
Oh my god.
I turned it up too loud.
Jesus.
At night, when
That was
Richard
scary.
goes to
How
bed,
much is this
he
game?
may have thought very
Good
little about
grief.
his community, what he has done for it, and what it has done for him.
Holy fudge.
But the community's work
About
never
that.
Oh,
stops.
Richard didn't do jack shit for his community. What the hell are you talking
Bread
about?
which Richard will eat tomorrow.
Richard was a dick. Look at
There's
that bread.
milk to be
I don't want that.
processed.
At least we
Milk
now
that Richard
that,
will
know
drink
now that
tomorrow.
Toby can scream at
There's
Goobz
the
again on
newspaper to be
Discord.
printed for people to read in the morning, and electricity to be made, and water to be pumped and filtered, and telephone calls to be put through day and night. So the work in Richard's community goes on day after day,
Good night, little
night
dick.
after night. People working for each other.
This is
depending
when
on each
Richard
other.
hit puberty.
All of them partners in making their community a better place in which to live.
And his eyes just open, bloodshot, and he's like, I will kill you.
Oh, it's continuing. Oh, wait, never mind. That's something else. Alright.
A word to the wise.
Okay. You know what? Rex picked one out. He picked behind the scenes at a supermarket. I picked the next one. We're gonna skip that one for now because that one's 10 minutes. Well, this one's 10 minutes long too. This is how to learn to argue effectively. Do we need to learn how to argue effectively?
Yes, please.
1951's teaching us how to argue.
You were supposed to take notes on the sandwich making.
You're about to take notes on the.
Gotta boil your tuna and mash it with milk and cheese.
I had to
Okay,
walk out.
just carry on.
halfway
I'll be
through.
back in. I'll be back in a few minutes. Just carry on.
Okay. All right, we're gonna learn how
Someone's
to
gotta
argue.
go. Yeah.
effectively.
Fuck you, I know how to argue.
Fuck you. Like we have the same idea.
It's called scream at the other person and then cry 20 minutes later.
Hey,
Sounds about
since Goobz has gone, you know what time it is, right?
What time is that?
Ooh.
Oh.
It's time to motherfucking pray.
Goobz. All right, here we go. Learn to argue
confused.
effectively.
Chronic film.
Or a net.
It's chronic. My thing's chronic.
You can't read.
Instructional films.
I've driven
William
the
E. Utterback, PhD, Institute of Finer Learning, presents How to Argue, sponsored by RCA.
This is the story of an arguer. Jeff loved to argue about anything and everything.
It's kind of quiet.
After all,
Fucking
the Vikings
Jeff.
were here before Columbus, and so were the Indians. And we don't know how many others. So how can you say Columbus discovered America? And you say Jonesville won the tournament last year? Oh, they couldn't have. Oh, liverwurst.
Oh.
You must be crazy to eat that stuff. That's the silliest opinion I've ever...
How is that even an argument? Oh, how can you eat that stuff? That's not an argument. That's like...
That's hurtful.
He's just being a dick.
If you're
it's
in an
called being a
argument
dick.
and you say something silly, you immediately lose that argument.
Who said it's hurtful?
That's hurtful.
ever heard. There are 10 cars that'll hold the road better. We don't need to enter a new car.
Where are his
That's
eyes?
just the coach's idea. He wants a better
They're as
job
black
next
as his
year.
soul.
If you like to argue so much, Jeff Field, why don't you go out for debate and learn something?
They're just
about
debating
it?
with their eyes
Look,
closed, it looks like.
That was a good camera pan.
How convenient that the debate thing was right
Now, what's a
there.
puppet theater have to do with debating?
I'm gonna debate that, see?
We've an interesting gadget here. You'll see why. in a
I'm
moment.
sorry, I'm in the wrong debate class.
We're here
I thought this
today
was master
to
debating.
find out how to argue. So that's
That
what
was
this
pretty good, Toby.
Well, it
No.
isn't easy to become skilled in argumentation. Okay, Alice. Now, first of all,
You say
what
argumentation?
subjects are worth arguing about?
Yeah, what subjects?
Now,
what
let's see
subject?
how
Hold on.
many of
What
us can-
subjects are worth arguing about?
Women's rights.
Whopper versus Big Mac.
Politics.
Who has to go take care of the crying baby?
I was gonna say
Baby's
Hot
not
Wheels or
crying.
Matchbox cars.
That's actually
If a
right.
tree
Wheels
falls
in
from the
the
forest,
rear.
does it make a sound?
Which is the best Bubsy game?
All
Super NES versus Sega Genesis
oh, that's
on the
a good-
playgrounds of the 90s.
Yeah. Who could beat Hulk Hogan?
Recognize suitable subjects for arguments. Alice?
Oh, Judy, where are
Instantly
you?
lost.
Judy,
I don't want to be a part of this anymore.
What's on my shoes, silly? Well, now you're here. Listen, I went out to
Where's-
the farm yesterday. You did.
They look
and
like
I
they're like
saw
30
it.
ye's old anyway.
Oh, look at the animals, and I saw a purple cow. And I
Good God, she's bobbing her head harder than a $5 hooker.
You talk to her. Why with my mouth, silly? Answer
These
my
are the worst
question.
puppets
I
I've
know
ever
you
seen.
talk with your mouth,
Yeah.
but that's not what I mean.
I don't
Well,
think
then
those are
say
arms.
what you
Those look
mean.
very
Well, how
finger-like.
Oh,
like
they
to
are
talk
fingers.
to a cow?
They're just
Now,
fingers.
who said anything about talking to a cow? Why
Their arms don't
you
look like
listen?
fingers?
You
Uh-oh.
interrupt all the time. Now look at here. You take that and that and that. Talk to a cow.
This is how you win an argument.
That's
kids.
just abuse.
Good subject for argument.
Domestic abuse.
No, I gotta agree with Jeff. Look at him. Look like he swallowed an ice cube. I would too if I had to watch that.
To a cow. But Judy wasn't there. How would she know?
If there's no evidence available on your subject, why argue? What would be a better subject for them to argue?
Well, Judy might try to convince Punch that there is no such thing as a purple cow.
Or that he might be more observant. He might try to...
What is a good subject for argument?
Perhaps which one is the uglier of the two?
I like how hard he's thinking.
He remembered some arguments he'd
Like,
had.
you can really see it in his face.
You say Jonesville won the tournament last year?
Pointless to argue about a fact. That's easily checked, isn't it?
Oh, liverwurst. You must be crazy to eat that stuff.
Pointless, too, to argue about matters of personal taste. They're
Oh,
seldom
climate
changed
change
by
doesn't exist.
That's the silliest opinion I've ever heard. Why, there are 10 cars that'll hold the road better.
Arguments about opinions can be purposeful, for argument often does change opinions.
Wasn't the food one an opinion? It's their
We don't
opinion
need
that they
to
like
enter
that
a new
food.
conference.
And arguments about proposed actions can be purposeful if they make their point.
Okay, I am back.
We have
Hi,
not.
Matt.
know that harsh
Yes,
language
Jeff
like silly.
thought about these things.
We're not learning anything about how to
alright.
argue, really.
If it's a subject on which we can influence what others believe, argument has purpose. If not, why argue? Agreed? Fine. Now, let's go on to another question. Assuming that we have a good subject for argument,
Oh, look, he has one hand in
I
his
think
pocket.
They're just teaching them how to gaslight.
That's what I was about to say.
I was seriously about to say, this is why so many old people on Facebook just gaslight the shit out of you. It's because of this video.
Jeff grew up to be a Republican GOP senator. He's now under federal investigation.
Where do you think you're going? Well, I'm going to Garden City next year with the team. We're going to join the new athletic conference, you know. Huh. Just because everybody wants to take a trip, we have to join a new athletic
That kid looks
conference.
really enjoying himself with his puppet show.
He was.
He found a new fetish.
And that puppet's gripping that football with its thumb and forefinger with all it's got.
Oh God, that's
Wait,
annoying.
isn't it
It's
one
just a mosh
person
pit.
doing
That's
that?
all it is.
It's a mosh pit.
The voices sound the same. How are they talking at the same time?
She's really good.
Yeah, it was just one
Look
girl.
at Jeff. He got
No
wild.
arguments
He
until
got
after
wild
the,
about
the
puppet.
same kind of argument that they had. This is a hot issue. We chose it because it is a real issue here in our school right now.
Oh.
Oh no.
It's a good subject for argument.
Here in
agreed?
our
The
scale.
question is, how can we make that
Get your
argument
hand out of your
possible?
pocket, dude.
How can we
That's how you know he's
I got
Change
something about this pocket for you.
He's
Now,
hit.
let's repeat this, Punch and
He's
Judy.
not gripping his thing. He's gripping that
Whenever you
AK-47
see
he's tucked in
anything
between
that
his
keeps it
thong.
from being profitable, we'll stop the show.
That wasn't going on in the 50s. It started in the late 90s.
Now, in the 50s, it was his Tommy gun, see?
Oh, well, where do you think you're going? Oh, I'm going to Garden City next year as a team. We're going to join the new conference, you know.
Wait a minute.
There's something wrong
We
there.
haven't decided whether to join the new conference or not. Punch doesn't seem to know what he's talking about.
And you feel you have to know what you're talking about to argue profitably.
Yeah.
All right.
Look, this is gaslighting right here. He's like, did you hear him? He said, "Oh, you think you have to know what you to talk about something? You have to know about it." Gaslighting 101 right here.
Be informed. Know your subject. That's the first essential of
I be informed.
No, it's one, stupid.
All right, Alan.
Just because everybody wants to take a trip, we have to join a new athletic conference. Well, this is our big chance. We'll put our school on the map. Garden City, Garden City, go to Garden
What the fuck are we watching?
Dude, they're
trying to
just
learn how
making
to
out right
argue.
now.
What makes this really funny to me is just thinking of like a frail old woman behind breaking her neck trying to just puppet these for these shitty teenagers who don't care enough.
It was another teenager. If you paid attention to the beginning of the video, you'd know that.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, useless.
Yeah,
We can save our arguments for after.
Until you know what you're
Listen, that dude has some clean handwriting.
Hey, yeah, no, it's so straight.
Anyway,
For
you
real.
agree we should try to put our school on a map if we can. Oh, sure.
But do you notice the camera cuts away every time he starts riding?
It ain't him.
Well,
But he's busy with his
Isn't
hands
there
in his
something there?
pockets.
I mean, well, sometimes when you're arguing, you waste time over points you really agree on.
Man, we don't have haircuts like that anymore.
Good point. I
Thank
wondered
God.
whether anyone would catch
Well,
that.
we don't
I
all
mean, I
wear.
see people like that.
We don't.
But
all
here
wear
it comes.
suits.
Does it cut away? Yep.
I'd rather have that than the stupid
Common
broccoli haircuts that are
ground.
prevalent.
Two people in an
Broccoli?
argument
The
usually agree on something.
Yeah, the haircut where like it's all like close to the sides, but the
Or
top's
else
all
the
like curly
argument
and
won't
shit.
convince anyone
Oh.
of
Broccoli
anything.
haircut.
And if you know
Yeah,
where
you're
you
right.
agree, you can see more clearly where you disagree. Isn't that
The
important
mullet
in
that's come
argument?
back.
Find the
Oh, it is him.
And it's
Yep.
done again.
It cuts every time.
Once you
Look
know
how hard he's
exactly
thinking
where you
about
disagree,
this.
He's
It's
not
like-
even
know
thinking about it.
exactly
He's like,
where
I
to
wonder
apply
what
your
my mom's
information and
making for supper.
It's
So-
I'm gonna argue like a fucking bastard with her.
She's making some tuna, boiled tuna sandwiches.
I'll work on you.
Talking about arguing is making me rock fucking hard.
After that, Jeff
Look, he's-
thought about
he's hiding
subjects
his,
for argument, about
his argy
methods of
boner.
argument.
He's risen up
He
that
watched
girl with an
himself,
argument.
Go make me a
Argy
sandwich,
boner.
bitch.
Couldn't be at 7 o'clock. Miss Alquist
Oh, I got a raging argument.
Get there by 7. She likes to eat at Hanson's restaurant.
Got a raging clue.
What'd you say?
Oh, never mind. If Miss Alquist said 7 o'clock, I suppose we better be there then.
He tried to save his arguing for topics worth argument.
For bedtime.
Opinions, proposed actions where his argument might make a difference. He tried to be informed, getting knowledge that would be useful to make his argument.
I did my own research.
Dude, imagine you're gonna like
tried
someone
to
saying something
listen,
stupid and you're
to
like, wait, I need to
understand
go
his
home and
opponents and their
study,
position.
and then you come back the next day and you're like, no.
He tried to
That was
find
bullshit.
common ground
That might
from which
stop a
better
lot of stupid
understanding
comments
could be
being made on Twitter if people
Yeah.
thought about it
And he
For
tried
real.
to
and actually
find the
got
issues and
informed about
attack
the
them
topic they're
directly
talking
in his
about.
arguments. It took time to learn to argue effectively.
Yeah, a whole 5 minutes. It's changed his life.
But one
How to
thing
gaslight the
long
nation.
ago,
Listen, gang, ticket sales are going swell, so I guess we'll have to reserve the gym for our
They're
party.
going swell.
Wait a minute. Why the gym? We want to use the lodge at Langdon Park.
That's rather
Yeah, for
expensive.
Cuckfest.
No, it isn't. Besides, think of all the...
Cucking we can do.
Do you know how much they charge for the lodge?
Well, no.
Well, we want our party to be informal, don't we?
That's right.
We could have a good informal time at the lodge. We could decorate there. And they have a big fireplace where we could roast weenies and marshmallows.
That's a wonderful
Weenies.
idea.
So
That's
don't you
what they
think
called
we
it back in the
should first find out
50s,
the cost
roasting
of
your
the lodge
weenie.
And then decide?
Yes,
That's
Jeff
called getting
is
that
still
CD,
an
see?
arguer.
That's where we got the term
But he is
spit
learning
roast.
to make his arguments purposeful and profitable. How will you argue?
How do you argue?
What
With
did
my
he
word.
learn? Like that guy was a dick the whole time. Then he was thinking, and then he's like, "Let's go here and roast weenies." See, brr.
And
How
that's
do you do that
argue.
voice?
You can't talk
Yeah,
like you're from the
see?
50s.
Teach me.
Yeah, you gotta talk like that.
I was born in 2004.
Just say meh.
Meh.
And
Shane.
then,
Meh.
and then keep talking.
Rock with me, it's curtain, Shane.
I'm
Kid, here's a
scared
quarter.
to
Go down and get
embarrass
you a tank
myself.
of gas and take your best gal to the cinema.
Meh.
Hey there, Dame.
them
Don't spend
moving
this quarter all in
pictures.
one space.
Space.
Ooh, okay.
Do you mean place?
Hey, this
Nope,
one.
space.
Okay.
This one may be the controversial one.
Oh.
I
Hold on,
chose this
hold on.
one.
Let's see where we at in the stream. Okay. We can. Okay, this one's called "A Word to the Wives." Do we want to watch that one?
Yes.
Yeah, Colton, take notes. We
no,
all know
this
you're
is
the
a
wife
word
here.
to the wives.
Nuh-uh, don't point at me. Point at him.
Go make
I'm
me
the
a
man in this
fucking
relationship.
sandwich!
I wear the pants.
Not in the 1950s, you didn't.
Yeah, you might wear the
Dame?
pants, but you don't wear the shoes.
The
I
fuck?
wear the strap
shoe
on.
goose?
All right.
Sounds like Colton's getting pegged tonight.
He's not denying it, so.
And why not
I'll
laughter?
deny it.
But no one believes it.
Those Dragon Balls.
He
are
might
going
be
behind
into
you.
it, but
think
I
My
am
argument
not.
is useless.
All right. A Word to the Wives, 1955.
Yeah, see?
I'm glad this one's a little louder.
Marsha Hunt. Marsha Hunt has a nice. See you next Tuesday.
Why'd you yawn? You make me
Edmund
yawn.
M. Tate.
I was really hoping it said William Shatner for a second.
George Peters, but I'll admit it might have looked that way. The morning his wife Jane stopped by for coffee. We'd just been in our new house 2 weeks, and I was still ecstatic over everything, especially my dream kitchen. Well, how do you like it?
There's only one word for it. Terrific.
This looks like a really boring episode of I Love Lucy.
Almost indecent of me.
Looks like she spent 2.5 hours getting dressed.
You go ahead
Oh,
and
like a
be
hoop skirt.
Gal's got a right to enjoy her first housewarming party. Sure wish I was having one.
Big party with 2 of
You
you.
having many people?
Well, not a mob, if that's what you mean.
I don't think this is the housewarming
the
party yet.
Crawfords, the Slagles, the Martins, and a couple of
How
others.
many women are watching right now? I don't know.
Hey, what's
Sorry,
so
everyone. I haven't been
sad?
keeping up with chat
And this
because of
isn't the
this.
first time I've noticed
Just
it.
me.
I hope they talk about discipline.
Nothing,
Dino
really.
Monkey. Oh my goodness.
Not very convincing, Jane girl. Whatever it is, I've got just the cure for it. There's a sensational
Marijuana.
sale going on at
Zerg.
Watson's. A new hat would be the ideal tonic for you. I'm going down this afternoon for a small
Are you depressed?
spree.
Go shopping.
How about coming with me?
Facts.
No, I wish I could, but it's just impossible. You've no idea how much I've got to do. Remember, I haven't got your dream kitchen to make things easier. Mine's
Jeez, you
strictly
got
the
the
nightmare
goth
type.
makeup with a black lipstick.
And I wish George would do something about it.
I think it's red
All
lipstick.
he's
I think
done
it's
so
just the
far is
coloring.
talk, and not with any real enthusiasm.
It was a bad joke.
Yeah, well, I was
Couple of
correcting
older
your
houses,
bad
but
joke.
that's no improvement.
Oh, heaven
We've
forbid.
got-
That's called arguing about things, and if
This
we
is a
learned
word
anything,
to the wives, not a word from the wives.
Uh-oh.
I'll beat you.
Why is this video giving me hell?
the internet doesn't have the bandwidth for a 1950s film strip. It's too much.
Come on now. I'm trying to get it to work again.
I think
I wanted to get to the spanking part.
Marijuana.
Hold on. We're going to refresh this one. I had them all open, so maybe that was the problem. I had them all open and waiting. So that was we were at... Oh, it disconnected me from the internet. That's why.
Ooh.
You're obviously still connected to the internet.
Well, I am. My other computer's not. There we go. It helps if you have internet connected.
It's alright, bro. It's
Just
okay, bro.
saying.
It's okay. We can just data that shit. I'm not cultured.
All right, here we go. Sorry, guys.
I turned off my Wi-Fi.
Well, I don't know. Yeah, I run 2 laptops when I do this. All right, we're back to where we were. Sorry, guys.
Enthusiasm.
About moving, you mean?
We've looked at a couple of older houses, but that's no improvement.
So what is the fuck
We've
is
got
going on
an
in
older
this?
house.
Are we just bitching about the not having what
If
your
only there
friend
was
has?
some way of really selling
You
George
got a
on
brand
the
new house
idea.
and you only paid $3,000 for
A
it.
bit freedom, maybe. Freedom from unnecessary drudgery. Freedom to go shopping when the urge hits you, or when there's a sale going on.
Well, sale or no sale, I'm swamped. Besides, my mother's been quite ill in Cleveland, and I've been thinking about taking the weekend off to visit her.
I've got to get my clothes in the dryer. I'll show you a couple of my prized beauties.
Oh, your mom's sick? Look at my clothes.
This setup makes any
Imagine the 50 years from now, someone sitting around watching videos about our time. This kitchen's so mid.
She said clothes.
No, she said
that's a
Cleveland,
rug.
which means they're in Ohio, which means
It
I might
has
be able
no
to find
drip.
this house.
Have you
They still talk. The video somehow still sound like, nah, say we got drip, say yeah. It's so mid there, say nah. I'm going through
I'm convinced this was made in like 2000.
I know exactly what
This oven's based.
I don't even have to watch a clock.
But have you ever showed like your friends your
minute.
washer and dryer?
You say you're going to visit your mother.
Yes.
No.
That's what was great about
No,
Goobz and Jenny
Jane,
coming
my
to
girl,
the
might prove a
States. I was
very
like,
fortunate
look at our
victim.
American dryer.
There was like 3 hours of.
I got stuck in it.
Now, why should you have to lay out
That's 'cause you
everything
tried to
nice
have
and ready for George and Jimmy?
And Eric and I
Listen.
took turns trying to get him unstuck.
The older you get, the more excited you get about new appliances.
I understand that, but I've never once been like, oh, come check out my new washer and dryer.
What if it gave you blowjobs? Huh?
I would show
Well, according to this video, then Toby, you're doing it wrong.
Hey, Toby, we should stay the night at your house. Let me wash my clothes over there.
In your kitchen? Well, Jane finally got off for Cleveland. Still not too certain she was doing right by leaving George and Jimmy by themselves. Even though George was absolutely sure they'd get along just fine. That's what he said, just fine.
This is, oh, I've got a bad joke. I'm gonna make it.
Make it.
Do it.
She's gonna be like, but George, I want a new kitchen, and this is where he just beats her, and he's just like, no.
Shut up, bitch. Make me a fucking sandwich.
Make me a boiled tuna sandwich.
Look, they're showing the man trying to cook.
Like, I want some head, but we all don't get what we want now, do we?
With his own devices, he's apt to think of something fancy, like
He just
curried
starts
chicken
sobbing.
with rice.
And then
But in
comes
this case, George not only should have done a little more thinking about his recipe, but should have kept his eyes on the stove as well.
Damn it, George.
Oh, George.
Instead of boiling.
Nice.
I love how they're
But
making
frankly, I doubt if George knew
that
how
women
to
are the
bring
only
things
ones
to
that
a
can
simmer.
cook.
It's okay, George. Leave the oven on while it's boiling over. I'm sure it's fine.
I was peeing.
Well, maybe
but
it
look at that,
was
make it ice,
maybe
Goobz.
it was just the temperature outside.
He's squeezing that
But
with
George
pure
thought he could
manliness.
use a little cooling off. A nice, icy
was
lemonade
that?
would be just
Batter
right.
up.
Just
He's
drink
gonna
out of the
fucking do it.
spoon, then put the
He's gonna eat
spoon
a
right back
fucking
in
do it.
there.
Yes, he did.
Me at 3 in the morning while Toby's trying to sleep.
What?
Look at George. He's such a
Hey,
dumb
Pop.
fuck.
No ice cubes.
When am I gonna eat?
What's with guys putting their hands in their pockets?
Oh, I guess I forgot to
Listen,
tell
Dennis the fucking menace.
Sometime you might ask George how far is a mile. He would tell you it's the distance from his sink to his backyard garbage pail.
A man who can't take out trash.
Okay, why the fuck is he using a fucking paper brown bag, anyways?
Why didn't he
Because they're
just take
poor.
the-
They can't even
Not
afford
like
that new
many
house.
men
Why
tackle
didn't you
that
take the
problem.
pail out?
George
Like
was
he,
very
it wasn't like
Very
a million pounds. I don't
Couldn't
think.
do
Pick that
dishes
thing up
with
and throw it
2
away.
at a time.
I love this.
Woulda,
They're just
coulda,
like,
shoulda.
men are so useless.
You know what? Joke's on him. George is dead now.
Damn.
Ain't that George?
He's eating his boiled tuna sandwich in hell.
We have to rewatch this. We have to rewatch this.
That was amazing.
Wait, is that the guy from A Christmas? The dad.
We got extreme spousal abuse.
Jimmy, did you have to take a bath this time of day? I'm gonna drop a hot water in the sink. I got a stack of dishes here a mile high. I'm gonna be here till midnight. What's the matter with you?
How dare you take a bath?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you're right. I'm pretty sure that
It's the fragile dad.
Move your fucking arm, and you can open the cabinet. What is happening?
He's fucking stupid.
Is he drunk?
You agree, Eric, or am I crazy?
Oh, I'm pretty sure you're right. It looks like him. If not, it's his twin brother.
Fragile.
Dude, that kid's more competent than he is.
I thought he was just going to take a hammer and, like, waylay the door.
This is why the older generation thinks they're smarter than everyone, because they're like, oh yeah, I'm that kid right there. I'm smarter than my dad.
Yeah, I would just smack a fucking hammer on it. It'll open.
Well, the Fonz made everything work by punching it.
That's true.
Hey.
I love how they exchanged not one word in that encounter.
Okay, but pressing it up and it's okay.
Jane had been away for all of 2.5 days, but the way she was welcomed back by George, you'd think she'd been gone a month.
God, I hope the kitchen.
You're not leaving here again!
Well?
Oh, we'll be there early enough. The others aren't coming till 7.
He's like, I haven't eaten in 2 days. I don't know how to cook.
To do, but it'll only take a minute or so. Your famous sweet potato casserole. Yeah, only this time with shredded pineapple instead of orange juice. You two go over and sit at the table.
I never realized that a
Back in
housewarming
few
party
minutes,
was a
George.
suit
Just
and
doing
tie
some
event.
last-minute shopping for me.
Feel lucky if
I
I'm
almost
putting
forgot the big
underwear on.
news. I went out to Pond Ridge with Helen Baker today, and I
just can't believe Billy Madison's dad starred in this.
Hey, no, wait a minute, Powers. You mean to tell me
They're so
that with this
skinny.
big shindig staring you in the face, you still have time for golf?
Nothing to it. With this kitchen, it's a breeze. Come on over. Look at some of the evidence. By the way, did you know that this kitchen won an award from the Woman's Home Companion?
Huh?
My kitchen, my kitchen, my
Fucking
kitchen.
shit.
My life is better than
And
yours.
really,
That's all
they
I
thought
hear.
of everything.
So, do you think this is supposed to be like selling like?
Yeah, because it's the fucking the wealthy being wealthy, you know.
Like the oven?
Always the most state-of-the-art appliances.
It's the high class, you know. Just come check out all my nice shit. Make you feel bad about your not nice shit.
Like, is this just a really long like infomercial for selling
Fridges,
fridges,
stoves.
and
You got a nice
Probably.
fridge. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's cool. You can afford a nice fridge. You got a nice stove. I'm gonna buy a nice gun and fucking kill myself.
Jesus, Murphy.
What? Where was this aired?
Yeah?
Canada.
Really?
Fucking Canada.
Hey, fuck you.
No, I'm sorry.
No danger with Formica.
Goobz is
Oh,
Canadian.
Canada.
Can you not hear him every time he talks? It sounds like a moose.
Yeah, what's all this hate
I've only
about?
ever met one other Canadian, and it was at my sister's wedding, and I didn't even talk to them. So, no, I can't tell. Everybody
They would
talks
have
the
been really
same.
nice. to you.
They were very nice.
That's about, yeah.
So easy to
Is that
keep
right?
clean, too.
I was saying, do they really make maple syrup? They're like, oh yeah, bud.
Automatic flour dispenser. Very
Nah, I was too
handy.
busy
Here, I'll
with
show you
the
how
rest.
it works.
Hey, what's going on here? Oh, hiya, Don
What
Boyle.
the?
What was that?
For real?
I've been showing them around.
Hey, he brought the trash with him.
Oh, Don, will you get rid of these for me while I sort this stuff?
Well, you might have pressed old George in the service. Here, come on, George, and I'll show you how it works. This is really for me, chum.
What is it?
Well, it's a simple gas disposal.
It's called cocaine.
Takes care of all the waste. The brightest, shiniest bride could use this gizmo.
Yeah? That's great.
And that also
I bet that
goes
caused
for this,
so many house
automatic
fires.
Water heater.
Is that what it is?
Two temperatures from the same tank at the same time. Now this pipe here, it gives you hot water for the bathroom and for the kitchen sink.
It's
The
called
other
a hot
pipe,
water
This
line.
one gives you really hot water for clothes and for dishes to make them really clean. Both any time you want. And look, George, if you're really interested in this
What was
layout,
the trash can thing?
the man that set it
Was
up
it
for us.
like a
is
pack?
An incinerator.
Incinerator? Is that really what
He's
it
gonna be
was?
here tonight.
I'm pretty sure it's what it
Just in
is.
case you'd have anything to ask him.
What the hell is that?
No idea, bro.
I gotta go start my OnlyFans.
Well, all I want to say is that Don's little suggestion turned into a rather interesting and provocative
You can join me.
conversation. And Ed Stevens
We'll make more money than the men.
Two of them just start kissing.
It certainly looks
This
like
has all been
progress
leading
was
up to
being
a
made
really
when
weird
we peeked
porno.
in on them.
He is eating a
Sounds about
banana.
right.
He did. He usually put a banana in his mouth. Yeah, look at it.
Well, that's the way it worked out. And as I mentioned before,
And for the
it
circumstance,
wasn't a
amen.
plot against George. Well, you don't think Jane and I would do something like that, do you?
Yes. Yes, you would.
So this is a 10-minute instructional video on how a woman can be completely and totally manipulative.
Yes.
Gaslighting 101 again.
Trick me or not, but that's another story. This new dream house is a happy ending to our story. Why don't you drop around and talk with the men who can make your dream of a new home come true? The best and most reputable builders in your area are here to help you. They're standing by right now in the booth, sponsored by your local Home Builders Association, to discuss
This is just
plans
a
and
very
prices
long
with you.
ad for houses.
Believe me, a few minutes now can lead to a whole lifetime of happiness. Happy home building.
I thought that was gonna be a whole thing, just dogging on wives. Make me a
I thought
fucking
it was too.
sandwich. Meh, 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 meh.
Oh,
Nope.
hey, look! It actually. Let me go back to that screen. It tells you like where everything came from: the cabinets, the gas range, the disposer, automatic washer, and gas dryer. That's funny. So yeah,
Wish we still had incinerators in our house.
This is just a big.
They
be great.
probably stopped doing that because it probably made so many house fires, dude. Look
Nah.
at
It was okay.
Okay, it's whatever. You burn your house down, burning
Let
your
me see if I
trash.
can find a short one.
Probably smelled horrible too.
To wrap this
It's
up.
igloo.
Well, the
not
house builders want you to burn your house down.
Yeah, then you got to build another house.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Facts.
Let's see.
Like, oh man, that's the third time this year.
Well, off to buy another house.
No super long ones, Toby.
Yeah, I'm trying to find a short one. They're all like 10 minutes though, so we can wrap this one up early though. If I can't find one, we do need to watch the marijuana one day. There's
one for 6 minutes.
Yeah, that one's day in the life of a kitchen.
We can make fun of the kid that's in it.
Hey, here's some. Hold on. Here's some 1950s commercials that we can wrap this up on. How about that?
Yeah.
Sounds good.
We'll watch a handful of these. This is from Retro Yard. I'll get all these in the description for the YouTube channel. That way, if anyone wants to watch these and learn, they can. So here we go.
You know,
Some
there
good
are
old
lots
pop.
of activities going on about this season of the year. The one you'll find uppermost in the minds of most high school students, especially toward the end of any week, is football. And the night before the big game, there's generally a rally. Now, you don't want to be late, but before
This
you
is
go...
back when cocaine was in Coca-Cola.
Are those supposed to be teenagers?
Now you've got the idea.
Those are some
Put
old
plenty of Coke in that
teenagers.
refrigerator.
Maybe they're in
Ice-cold
college.
Coca-Cola will be a mighty welcome
Yeah, they were talking about football.
You know, it's a
They're
good
talking about
idea
high
to keep
school.
plenty of Coke on ice all the time. Coca-Cola has a distinctive flavor, all its own. A flavor that has never been equaled. Coca-Cola is popular with everyone.
Yeah, it's called Pepsi,
Which makes it
bitch.
ideal when you're expecting guests.
Sam's
That's
Cola.
true whether it's a casual gathering like this one or a planned
That's
party.
crazy looking at a world
Bright,
before Mountain
bracing
Dew.
flavor of Coke is always welcome. It's a flavor that has made Coca-Cola the most asked for soft drink in the world.
I could not
For a
have
few
at
might
that
know.
time. I hate
When did they
Coke.
stop using cocaine in Coca-Cola?
Yes.
That was like prior to 1900.
Okay.
At that point, it was just methamphetamines.
I could not live in a world where Coca-Cola was like the only thing anybody drank because I have a burning hatred for Coca-Cola.
We've seen this commercial.
I'll take your
before.
Coke because I love Coke.
We've seen this one before on a different thing that we did, so we'll skip that one.
Hey, it's...
Hey, that supply of Ritz seems on the fritz.
Well, this has something in common with all the other videos we watched tonight. A bunch of crackers in them.
Candy. He knows Ritz crackers are
That was
richer,
good.
crisper, and his
Here,
mouth
you get
is
respect
full
for
of
that.
help out with Yeah.
Spaceman. The moon and sun and all the stars are great big Tootsie Roll Pops. I'm a princess.
No, you're not.
Yes, my lord, it's a party tonight. We'll have Tootsie Roll Pops. All of the kids in the neighborhood say Tootsie Roll Pops are triple good.
What's wrong with that cow's head?
How many licks does it take
And
to
do
get
you
to the
know
center
why?
of a Tootsie Roll
Sure.
Pop?
Because one, there's good tasting hard candy outside. And two, there's a delicious center of Tootsie Roll inside. And three, only Tootsie Roll Pops are such fun to eat. That's why they're triple good.
$1.50. My
And don't
whole
forget
life, I
Tootsie
never
Roll
knew that was Tootsie Roll inside of it, even though it literally says it on there. I was just like, meh, sucker with something
Would you
inside
say
of it.
you are today's years old?
Don't you say it.
I was today's years
I
old
hate
whenever I
you.
realized that there's Tootsie Rolls inside of a Tootsie Pop.
You suck. Shasta.
The prettiest,
Berg left.
yes, the
Berg-
prettiest heads in town are turning to Shasta for a hot cream shampoo.
Shasta.
Hot cream shampoo.
Hundreds of tiny cells explode into hot, lanolin lead.
Oh God!
Oh yes, they do.
What?
Explode.
This is
hot
sexual.
Your
lasers.
own natural oils to give you a caressing
Lanolin
hot
leather.
cream shampoo.
She's wearing a bra in the shower.
As an extra
Wait,
treat,
you don't wear a bra?
Shasta's
Are you
lanolin
not supposed to?
lather is
I'm fully
rich enough
clothed.
for a deep scalp treatment.
Never knew.
After a
Cuts
vigorous
down
massage,
on
wrap head in
electricity,
hot
so I don't have to
towel
wash my
for
clothes
2
in the
minutes
dryer in the
before
dish.
final rinse.
Hashtag never nude.
Feels
Always
like
wear
a
a pair of.
Hey, honey, I
shorts
found the
in the shower.
secret to making your hair look really good. I'm gonna take my pants off.
Yeah, give her a hot cream
9
treatment.
cents.
feels softer and will stay its behaving
Who wants a
best
9-cent
for
hot
days
cream
to come.
treatment?
When you have a hot cream
Oh, I'll do your
I
hot
could
cream
give you
treatment
a
for
hot
free.
cream
treatment.
shampoo.
Skippy. Skippy peanut butter.
Skippy peanut
Bottle.
50 to 60 years ago, people were introduced to peanut butter
So
for
the
the first time.
1900s.
Is that supposed to
They
be?
Tin
looked
bobby
over
pins.
The daring and courageous bought it. Well, children loved it.
Oh yeah, so that is supposed to be
But
people.
Ma and Pa were more critical. They discovered it had several drawbacks. It became oily,
California.
Marijuana.
and didn't stay fresh very long. It was rather hard to digest. It didn't taste like peanuts. Grown-ups never became peanut butter fans until 1933, when a new kind of peanut butter started to appear in grocery stores.
Swing.
It looked different.
When the Great Depression was going on, and all we could afford was peanut
It
butter.
smelled different. It tasted different.
Fucking bird.
It had practically nothing in common with the old-style product.
Just sound effects.
Hello, cigarettes. Mm-mm.
Discover the clean difference. The clean difference in today's smoking with new Bel Air cigarettes.
Clean
Breathe
difference.
easy. Smoke clean with Bel Air.
Smoke
Air
clean
Fresh
every
menthol
day.
blend. The clean difference in taste.
Look at me now, the Fresh Prince of Bel Air.
The clean difference in filter tips.
Oh, you know they have tips like that up here, but people put cocaine in them and do cocaine out of it.
The
Oh.
clean difference in
Nice.
smoking.
How do you know that?
Oh.
I've seen people. No, I don't touch that shit.
Allegedly.
Whoa.
Oh, what's
hold on,
this?
Hold on.
Mr. Clean with an extender.
Situation urgent.
Whoa!
Wait a
Whoa.
minute. I wish Colton wasn't here to see
Dirt to the
that.
right.
Clean is fucking serious.
Dirt above.
I'm in love
Dirt
right
below.
now.
Don't fuck around,
Luckily,
boys.
You have a secret weapon.
Mr. Clean's in town.
You,
Baby.
Mr. Clean, he's mean.
Oh,
He
yeah.
hates dirt. You, Mr. Clean, gets rid of grease.
Squirt that dirt away.
You, Mr.
God,
Clean,
Mr. Clean
polishes off
fucking
stains.
Galvatron.
You, Mr. Clean, rubs out grime. No other
Oh,
kind
man.
of cleaner cleans like
Anyone
you,
else
Mr.
aroused?
Clean. No other
Yep.
powder, detergent, cleanser, or soap. Nothing. Mission completed. Thanks to your secret weapon, you, Mr.
I wish they'd
Clean,
bring this
he's
commercial
mean.
back.
He hates
I wish
dirt.
they'd make this a fucking actual, like, toy.
I know I want the 3D print now.
It's like I should
This is
want
the
to
coffee
clean.
pot at
I
work.
shouldn't want to
Listen to it
masturbate.
Look at the coffee as it gets darker and stronger.
That's what your butthole does after you drink it.
Smell the honest coffee smell.
It's the circle of life.
But will this cup of coffee taste as good as it smells? You bet it will, because it's Maxwell House, the coffee that
I love that
tastes
music.
as good as it smells every time.
Sounds like something to be
Maxwell
used in
House
Donkey Kong
coffee
Country.
tastes
Oh, yeah.
as good as it smells every
That's a
time.
weird looking coffee
If you
mug.
like to look at good coffee,
It's in
Listen
Javon.
to
Say
good
it, man.
smell good
What a
coffee,
weird
and
slogan.
taste
Tastes as good as it
coffee.
smells.
Brew Maxwell House.
Well,
I
it
hope
does
so.
smell
Coffee
good.
that tastes as good as it smells every time. Maxwell House is good to the last drop.
Jesus,
It
look how
tastes
hot it
as good as it smells every time.
Pipe.
Max-
Stop
I
saying
think
that.
Jump Palace is up. You're gonna burn all your taste buds off.
See, that's
I'm
what
still
we
more
use,
aroused by the Mr. Clean machine gun.
Right.
For the ladies of the night, tastes as good as it smells.
RCA air conditioner will keep his room filled with cool, dry,
She has a 5 head.
and keep that room so comfortable.
So does
and
that
quiet,
baby.
he'll never need
Don't
a
make
middle
fun
of
of
the
the
night
baby.
lullaby.
Fuck that baby.
Yes, quiet is the word.
Yeah,
for
you know
this
what?
new
That baby group could be Hitler.
1954 RCA air conditioner
Probably.
has the wonderful part of cold compressor
That's Hitler
silently cools the
reincarnated.
air for you.
Yes.
RCA, America's finest air conditioner, goes quietly about its business
Heart
of
of
keeping
cold.
you
Hot
comfortable.
wives like cold
Its
air.
exclusive Hushabye fans silently push the air through the room
Hushabye
in a fresh,
fan?
cool flow. Listen how quiet.
Fill your kid's room full of Freon.
This young lady is responsible for the
This
weather
air
in her
conditioner
home.
gets colder than your wife's cold dead heart.
The RCA
And if you
climate
fart
tuner,
into it,
with its cleverly
It'll
concealed
die.
panel,
Smell.
has push-button control.
And
for
it won't
choosing
burst into
indoor
flames
climate
thanks to
she
good old
wants.
American
Now
asbestos.
she's setting the thermostat control for constant, even comfort.
Okay, why does the
And
child
all
have
through the
control
night,
of
that
the
thermostat
temperature?
makes certain of the same cool, gentle room temperature. There's an RCA air conditioner to suit any room. One just right for you.
Yeah, do you show how it's not installed properly and falls on the child?
Get one of these RCA factory service contracts. Then you'll be certain of America's finest service for America's
There's been quite a few
finest
comments.
air
Probably hating
conditioner.
Toby.
I'm sorry,
The
everyone.
RCA
Oh,
air conditioner.
Keaton's here. His volume's down, but he's here for support.
This season, Vistaprint has everything you need to blow
we don't
minds.
like-
Not
we don't
budget.
like-
Dude, they got
Up to
color in
50%.
the 50s.
We don't like real commercials.
And HD.
We will in 20 years.
Oh, that was all those commercials. Well, Goobz, should we go ahead and wrap this up?
Let's wrap her up.
All right. Let's get to the correct screen. Yeah. All right. This is our wrap up screen.
All right.
Hey, if you like the things that Goobz and I do, or you want to learn more about the things that we do and things that are a part of our little group, you can go to badsecretmedia.com. You can go to patreon.com/badsecretmedia and donate as low as $1. And we have a ton of extra content. In fact, my brother and his fiance just released episode 1 of Super Talk Bros today, actually. So that one's free. If you want to go listen to these two dingleberries talk about video games and stuff.
And I'm eventually getting my hands on this somehow.
Yeah, no, Goobz is gonna probably get on the next one and
Be a moderator.
moderate, talk questions and stuff.
Very excited for that.
Are you?
Yeah, we kind of just rambled on the last one. We need someone to set us up.
Oh, yes. I will be the Maury Povich
Yeah.
of the show.
So
You are not the father.
if you want to see what all shows are underneath the Bad Secret Media umbrella, go check it out, please. Like I said at the beginning of this stream, Goobz and I do the Secret Levels podcast. It's on
Fuck yeah, we do.
It's on all the major podcasting platforms, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, all of that good stuff. We're on Instagram, X, and TikTok at Secret Levels Pod. And make sure you're subscribed to us on the YouTubes. And if you're watching this on Twitch, if you're watching this on YouTubes, subscribe to me on Twitch, twitch.tv/TobyVonDoom. Goobz, tell us about Nocturnal Mysteries.
Nocturnal Mysteries is a wonderful, spooky podcast made by my wonderful wife. She does all the research and everything that goes into the show. She records it, and then with the man himself, Toby Von Doom, edits it, and it's a wonderful masterpiece. It's actually, like, some of the episodes are really creepy. It's a really good listen. I'm not just saying that because it's my wife and my best friend. Or one of my best friends. I got multiple best friends.
Got a lot of best
You're
friends.
up there, though. But yeah, go check out the Nocturnal Mysteries podcast. It's anywhere you can find your podcast, wherever you listen to. I hate doing promos sometimes because I slur.
He's not even drinking.
No.
All right. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter, X, whatever you want to call it, at Toby Von Doom. Goobz, what about you, buddy?
I'm on both of those at Goobz WN.
You can also catch me on the Nerding Out with Rickshaw YouTube channel. We talk about nerdy topics and do a bunch of reactions to music videos. Go check it out. I also produce that show, so if you like what I do, then go like something. I don't know. We got a lot of friends in the room. Anyone want to promote their stuff? Lethco?
Oh, I'm totally unprepared. I do a retro gaming podcast called Afterglow. I talk about my personal memories of the game, along with playing some music from the game I'm featuring for that week. It's bite-sized, maybe about 15 minutes, unless it's a bonus episode, which could go on for 2 to 4 hours.
I still need to finish Spocktober.
Oh, the last one will probably make you laugh. The rest of the games I enjoyed, but the last one I did not enjoy at all.
So I gotta go listen to some of those. Berg, do you want to plug the Zing This?
Yeah, come listen to me and Zinger and Ellie on Zing This, and we talk about fun, nerdy stuff. Like video games and books and comics and movies and all that fun stuff. So come give us a listen.
Rex, you want to give us your best Macho Man?
Yeah, you can catch me on the new podcast, How to Make a Sandwich. Oh, yeah.
All right, Colton, or what are they calling you? Ulysses?
Eustace.
Eustace.
Like.
Are you even talking?
His mic is not on, I don't think.
Jeez Louise.
Oh, that's a good thing. Thanks for joining us.
It's funny because his mic is unplugged and he's trying to.
No, that's the other cord. Anyways, whatever. We'll figure it out. He plugged in the wrong cord like a jackass.
Oh, for fuck's sakes. You really are
Yes,
useless.
It's right there.
Oh my god, he unplugged himself and plugged in the cord that we determined was bad earlier. Now talking to it, stupid ass.
Check 1 2.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Useless.
Have you been trying to talk for the last 20 minutes?
Yeah.
I heard him say something a minute ago, and I was like, man, he's really quiet. And I turned up his microphone, and he stopped talking.
Eustace here, Toby's annoying little brother. What was I supposed to say?
I don't know. Do you have something
for fuck's
to promote?
sake.
No, I would like to say goodbye to everybody.
All right.
Promote your show.
I don't have a show.
Super Talk
Thank
Bros
God
on
for
Patreon.
that.
Super Talk Bros on Patreon.
Patreon.com/badsecretmedia.
Patreon.com/secretmedia.
Bad
Secret Media.
Oh, for fuck's sakes.
Sarah, do you have anything?
Someone get this guy like a karaoke screen, a teleprompter.
Yeah.
Sarah,
Make sure to get
can
that
you
for
use
the
him as a... Sarah, use him as a puppet, please.
All right. Come here.
She's gonna use him as a puppet later.
I don't have anything to promote other than the Bad Secret Media. The thing we did with you.
Well, yeah, go
Yes.
listen to these bozos on that, and
Yeah.
there'll be more episodes soon. The first one's free. We may make a couple of them free, so.
I may make them do Mad Libs.
Oh,
Do what?
yeah.
No, you don't get a
Goobz,
say
you
in
need-
this.
Goobz, you need to get some stuff ready. I think we'll have some stuff. Anyways, thanks everyone for watching, hanging out, tuning in, whatever you're doing. We appreciate it. This was interesting to see how the 1950s was. What are we doing next week, Goobz?
I think we're going to watch some old commercials that have wrestlers in them.
That's right. So, be on the lookout for that next Tuesday, because we stream every Tuesday at 7:15 Central Standard Time, 8:15 Eastern Standard Time. But when we close this show up, what do we say, Goobz?
We say, see you next Tuesday.
See you next Tuesday, babes!